Ireland's #1 late-night radio show. This is the FM 104 Phone Show with Adrian Kennedy.
Now, you're very welcome back, and thank you very much indeed for joining us live from Dublin. This is FM 104's Phone Show with Adrian Kennedy. A couple of weeks' time, it'll be Halloween. And I've already mentioned to you our Halloween show is coming up this year. And this year, as I mentioned to you, it is from a location that we have never done a programme before. It's from a type of location we've never done a programme before. Okay? It takes place on Halloween night starting at 9 o'clock, and you don't want to miss it. Especially if that guy last week is anything to go by, who predicted that on the night I'm going to break my ankle. He's a psychic, and that was what he predicted, that I'm going to break my ankle on Halloween night. So I'm kind of a bit on edge about that, I'll have to be honest with you. But make sure you write it in your diary. Halloween night, do your trick-or-treating, straight into the house, 9 o'clock, switch on your radio. We will be at a secret location. I can't tell you now. I might tell you on the night, but I'm not telling you now. All right, now, I got an email from a guy called Phil. And Phil is very, very annoyed. I'm sure you've got loads of calls about this already, but it's really starting to annoy me. Kids setting off bangers already. I work in town and was driving up Sheriff Street late yesterday evening, and there was a group of locals letting them off beside cars, like dynamite going off. These locals were about 10. How are they even getting these bangers? I'll tell you how. The working class parents don't give a shit. They're either giving them the money to buy bangers, or they're buying the bangers for the kids themselves. How come the Gardaí aren't doing anything about this? I nearly crashed my car in Sheriff Street when one went off at my car. They are little shites. And that's from a guy called Phil. Now here's the question for you. Is Phil being a bit of a killjoy? Or can you understand where he's coming from? He basically believes that the guards should be doing more about this. They should be doing more about tracking down the kids, confiscating the bangers off them, and just not tolerating it. I mean, they're meant to be illegal, for God's sake. Not that you'd know. Ciara, you're on FM 104. How are you, Ciara?
Hi, Adrian.
Ciara, what do you think of them? Do you think they're just a bit of fun?
No, they're so annoying. I live right beside Ballymun in Finglas, and they go off there, like, every year. And they've already started going off, and they torment my dog every time she's out the back and she hears them. She starts going mad, and I'm always worried that one will just go off too near the house, or one will get thrown into the garden because we're next to the road. So it's such a pain to hear them. I just kind of wish they just get confiscated off people.
Okay, so you'd be quite happy for the guards to go around and make a bigger effort to confiscate them off kids?
I'd gladly help them out if I could. I've seen there's footage from RT. They did a documentary on the DSPCA a couple of years ago before the one they're doing now, and they rescued a dog who'd had his jaw blown off by a banger because kids threw it, and the dog ran after and picked it up and had to be put down immediately. They couldn't save it or anything. So,
now, a lot of people are calling us and texting us and whatever, saying they're just a bit of fun. They're just a bit of crack. Why would people get their knickers in a knot? Like, you need to get a life. They're just a bit of fun, says one texter.
Well, they're great fun until, they blow up a dog's jaw or a kid's fingers off when they go to pick them up after they don't think they're going to go off. It's ridiculous. Like, every year you're told safety messages about don't have them or anything, and yet every year you seem to hear more or whatever. Oh no, I never had them when I was a kid, and then never did.
You've never thrown a banger, have you?
Never.
So maybe you just don't realise that they're actually good fun.
Well, if that was the case, if that's the case, I don't want to be involved in that kind of fun. I much prefer to see actual fireworks rather than just hearing a banger go off. Because you never see it. You just hear the noise of the banger, and then you hear a load of dogs barking.
All right, so you believe that the guards should be doing more to clamp down on them, to try and find the kids who are playing with them and get rid of them, basically. They're not doing enough.
Yeah.
Okay, stay there for 1 second. Alan, you're on FM 104. How are you, Alan?
Hey, Adrian.
Good, Alan. What do you think of bangers? Do you think they're just a bit of fun?
No, they're not just a bit of fun. And I'll tell you what happened yesterday evening. I'm coming through Stephen's Green, just at the pond there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm going around the corner, and I see this group. There's about 6 or 7 of them. They're all about 10 or 11. And they were standing in the corner. I was going, what the hell are they doing? They're just closing up. They shouldn't be doing anything. Next of all, banger in the middle of a group of pigeons, and there was a couple of swans there.
Oh, yeah.
They all leg it off, thinking it's all great. Trip one of them up. He hits his head off the brick thing, and I actually had to grab him to stop him from going into the pond. But what's going to happen here now is if one of them throws it at me, I'm telling you now, one of them throws one of them at me, they'll end up in the middle of the traffic. Because I got 3 of them thrown at me last year, and I chased the bloke down the road and I beat the shit out of him.
Oh, really? It annoys you that much?
Yeah, because these are only like 12, 13-year-olds. They think they rule the place once it's Halloween.
So, now the guards just don't do it. No, the guards don't seem to do absolutely anything about this. Nothing whatsoever. Now, maybe you could argue, well, sure, they're just letting the kids have a bit of fun.
Yeah, and if they keep doing it, kids are going to end up in hospital from blokes kicking the shit out of them, because that's what's going to happen. And the guards know this as well. The guards go, someone will deal with it. So that's what's happening.
It just shows you different people's opinions. Valerie just sent us a text in. In fact, it's... Is that Valerie whose text I'm about to read out? Oh, it is. All right. Here's what Valerie's text says. What a stupid topic. What's the harm in kids having fireworks? I go up the north every year and buy them for my 14 and 16-year-olds, and it's a bit of harmless fun when you tell them to use them properly. I'd like to hear from you. 6797104. You can also text us on 53104. We may ring you back on private number, okay? 53104 is our text number. Val. Oh, she have to hang it up. Sorry. She have to hang it up. Shauna, you're on FM 104. How are you, Shauna?
Hey.
Now, Shauna, you were out drinking tonight, and tell me what happened.
Me and my dad were out today, just having a quiet drink, as you do.
As you do.
And these young fellas just were throwing fireworks into the place.
Into the pub?
Into the pub.
Good God.
Nobody's business. They were going off. Now, and I'm in a wheelchair, but that's neither here nor there, but I am. And my nerves were gone.
Now, don't tell us the exact pub, but what part of town are you talking about? Whereabouts?
The Dublin 7 area.
Dublin 7. So there you are, sitting in the pub, minding your own business, and they threw bangers straight in the door of the pub.
Yeah.
Good God.
In the pub where everybody was.
My God almighty.
Now, they weren't rockets that they were going all over the place, but they were fireworks and they were exploding.
And do you think that, do you think the guards are doing enough about this?
No. Definitely not, Adrian. Definitely not. I think, they're supposed to be illegal, but they're not taking the right course of actually clamping down on it. Definitely not.
Okay, stay there for 1 second. 6797104 is our telephone number. Valerie maybe realises that she's being an irresponsible mother because now she's not answering her phone. And it was Valerie's text who she said, what a stupid topic. What's the harm in kids having fireworks? What do you say to that, Shauna? What's the harm in them having fireworks?
I wonder will she be asking herself that when one of our kids, God forbid, blew their hands off.
And it's possibly only a matter of time before that does happen.
Exactly.
And it's obviously the attitude of a lot of parents. There's obviously a lot of Valeries out there who think that it's perfectly okay and actually go and buy the fireworks for their kids themselves. That has so many fireworks on the streets this year.
Yeah.
And every year it's getting earlier and earlier. It's nearly as soon as the kids go back to school.
Mhm.
They're out with bangers. You obviously, so there you were in the pub, and in the door of the pub came a banger and just blew off. My God almighty.
A load of youngsters standing outside it.
Thinking it was hilarious.
Thought it was the best thing.
Yeah, I'd say that was scary.
Oh, stop. My nerves are gone. I was literally shaking. I had to go home. And I was having a good time.
Now, Alan, are you still there?
I am, Adrian.
Now, Alan, it's obviously getting very bad if kids are throwing the bloody things in the doors of pubs.
No, but this has been going on for 20 years. You do a show about this every year. This is the exact same conversation we'll have this year, the exact same conversation we'll have next year, because the guards do nothing. The guard, you know, the guard station on O'Connell Street.
Mm-hmm.
That's literally 300 yards away from where they're all being sold, and they don't do anything.
No, you're right. They don't do anything. Well, they don't appear to do anything.
No, and you'll get your hard-shot fellas on now going, oh, we bring my son out on Halloween, we all have a great laugh, and he uses them responsibly. What, you'll get these fucking idiots ringing in now, and they don't care about all the other people who get shit thrown at them. People, a bloke I know, his shed got burnt down because some asshole decided to set rockets off right beside it.
So to the parents listening to us right now, okay, who every year buy them for them or drive up to Fork Hill and buy them for them and let their kids wander around the streets throwing off bangers, what do you say to them?
They just shouldn't have children. They're just pond life, Adrian. And this is the point. It's all the scum now who'll get on the radio and go, oh, sure, my son, he's just having a laugh. We all did it. Watch. We all did it. We all put bangers in milk bowls. Watch, you'll hear them now. Watch.
Yeah, that's exactly what they will say, yeah. All right, stay there for a second. Jenny, you're on FM 104. How are you, Jenny?
How are you, Adrian? How are you? It's ages since I saw you, pet.
Now, you think they're just harmless fun?
I'm listening to your man there. Just hear him. He's always on him wherever he is. I mean, I tell you, there's not a thing. We was all children. Does he ever forget? Was he born at that age, or was he always? You know what I mean? Did he never do anything wrong in his life? That's only a bit of fun. It's the build-up to it.
You have children, do you?
I have. Why?
Yeah. How many do you have?
It's none of your business.
Right. Do you buy them fireworks?
I do. Did your mom buy you any when you were small?
You know,
Come in and tell you what did you ever break the law? How many penalty points have you got?
You know you're breaking the law.
Did you ever break the law?
No, I didn't break the law, actually.
No. Are you a fucking saint? You hold on, stand up straight because your halo's falling off.
Adrian, here's the pond life that shouldn't have children. I told you.
Hear him. I don't fucking swim, mister, right?
What?
And I tell you something. I know what I'd do with a fucking banger if I had you.
Oh, right. You're going to threaten me with the bangers that you buy illegally for your kids.
I won't go down that road, but I don't get it on the social. I beg your pardon. I'm on social protection.
You bought loads today because of the children's allowance, did you?
No, I'm on the social protection.
Right. You bought loads of bangers with your children's allowance, your Mickey money, did you?
No, I don't call it that kind of thing.
Right. Adrian, could you get intelligent on, because this woman...
He hasn't got two. He hasn't even got a fucking banger between his ears.
Have you ever had a banger thrown at you, Jenny?
No, I seen the kids throwing them on the ground and they're having a bit of a laugh. And all you do is just jump over them and they're on. Just watch out, right? You just watch out of it and just jump up and say, oh my God bless, and you get a great laugh over it. Now, they're grandkids.
Here, Jenny, I'll throw a couple of bangers at you. Tell me where you'll be and I'll throw a couple of bangers at you next week.
I tell you, I'd love to fucking meet you somewhere with a banger.
See, Adrian, this is the type of person I was just...
See him threatening me on the radio. I could have you. I could have you for that.
What did you say?
I could have you for that. That's threatening me on the radio, and it's live radio.
I didn't threaten you.
He didn't threaten you, now. Anyway,
he wants to meet me somewhere, but
the question is, are the guards doing enough? You think the guards should be just left? Should leave the kids alone? They're only having a bit of fun.
Come in, I tell you, the guards should be looking after what they should be looking after. Children, none of us was born old.
No, I agree.
What I mean? Like, none of us was born old.
Here, would you give yourself a knock on the head there, see if the other brain cell will wake up? Because honest to God, you're literally the most person I've ever heard on the radio.
The what?
You really are.
What do you say?
What? Yeah, what? There's a T at the end of what?
Do you know what?
What?
There's a T at the end of what?
What?
There's a W at the end of what? Okay? I don't ever...
What are we talking about?
He's a fucking animal.
Alan, did you ever play with fireworks when you were a kid yourself? That's the question.
Yeah, we played with rockets.
You played with rockets?
When I say played with, we had a firework display in the back garden, that type of thing.
Right. Did you ever go around throwing bangers?
No, we never went around throwing bangers. That's the difference. That's the point.
And obviously, I mean, it's as obvious as the day is long. The guards do absolutely shag all about this. They do absolutely nothing from what I can see.
Because it costs a whole lot of paperwork, and they can't even charge the blokes because they're all under 16.
But why aren't they? What I don't understand is why they're not even around confiscating them.
I know, because they don't want to do the paperwork. So I told the woman, I told one of them on Grafton Street about the incident that happened in Stevens Green. She actually turned around and said, well, we can't do anything about it now, can we? And she stood where she was. She didn't even go up to look what happened.
All right, stay there for 1 second, Alan. 6797104. If you're a parent who has no qualms about getting fireworks for your kids, has no problem with them going around the streets, throwing bangers around the place, give me a call. 6797104 is our telephone number. Let me go to... And I want to particularly hear from parents like that Valerie woman who sent us a text in and then chickened out of talking to us because she obviously realises she's wrong. Maybe you're a parent who doesn't even think you're wrong. Give me a call, 6797104. Jenny, I'll read a text and it's very simple. That woman is brain dead. Giving children explosives. What a great idea.
I tell you, Adrian, can I just ask you something, right? Know what a child's birthday party, right? Do you ever see them cakes that you put the candles on and you blow them and then they light up again?
Yeah.
There's no difference. No at Halloween.
What do you mean there's no difference? They're hardly blowing up.
No at Christmas when you have your children out and you get the sparklers.
Yeah.
And you actually let the child hold it in their hand. You don't put any child in danger. No one's asking you. I'm laughing at that other thing that you had. He was an ornament, right? He was only an ornament. No, I'm not to be laughing at him there. He's a fucking squealer. He told the woman, why didn't he do something about it? The guards is only, if they was looking after what they should be looking after instead of interfering, all you do is just say to the judge, oh my God, bless us and save us. And then you turn around and you just say to them, after you say that, you just turn around and say, now wait, I tell you, don't be going near dogs or old people with them, and don't be putting them in people's letterbox. And you just have a little giggle, and that's it, give them a few bob for themselves and they leave you alone. Don't be doing that. I tell you, I tell you, that other fella, a fireworks display. I'm telling you something. He was far away from a fireworks display.
Jenny, do you think it is okay for kids to be going around the streets throwing bangers around?
It is, because it's keeping them off the streets. That's what the thing is.
But they're not. They're on the streets, you dope.
But no, Adrian, don't speak to me like that. You let me explain it properly.
They're on the streets throwing the bangers.
But they're in the site. They're parents. Do you know what I mean? You give them a few bob, you go down, you get the bangers for them. You don't, all you have to do there is sit back, cup of tea, smoke, and the children's out there in front of you. You know what they're doing. They're having a little laugh, a little play, a little bit of practice for Halloween, and then on Halloween night, like that other dickhead that was on there a minute ago, then you go out and have your fireworks display.
There you go.
I saw children today, right, and they had a lovely little trolley made, right, bringing up pallets of wood. Jesus loved them, collecting the rations around for the firework, and it only deterred them. I mean, heart broke for them, God love them. I mean, there's nothing in this, right?
All right, let me bring in some more calls on this. 6797104 is our telephone number. I'd like to hear from you. Are you a parent who has absolutely no qualms about buying fireworks or bangers, particularly bangers, for your kids? I'd love to hear from you. Avril, you're on FM 104. How are you, Avril?
I'm good, thank you.
Now, Avril, do you think people like Jenny are just bad parents?
Absolutely. They shouldn't even have the things in the first place.
You don't have them. You buy them for them and then they have them.
Why don't you do it for them instead of them doing it?
Because they can't go and buy them themselves. They wouldn't be allowed to buy them. I go up and I get them for the kids.
But why don't you set them off for them instead of the kids?
I would set them off sometimes, but you have to let children do it themselves. So that's how they get grown up and learn things.
No way, no. I'm not hoping it. I wouldn't even let my child hold one.
No, you don't say to them hold the dangerous bit. You show them how to do it right and show them how to fling them. You know what I mean?
Like, be thrown anywhere.
You just flinging them.
So you've taught your kids how to fling them?
You just teach them how to fling. Jeez, don't let them hold them in their hands to be rude.
But definitely knows what they're doing when they're with their own friends. If you're teaching them how to throw them.
You'll be all around the complex.
Yeah, but if they're off there with their own friends, you could be doing worse because you're after teaching them how to do
They're
this.
always in earshot. They're always there. You just look out the window and they're there underneath the balcony or something like that. Even the woman up here.
Yeah, but the way kids are out throwing bangers at animals and people.
No.
How do you know your kids are not doing it?
No, they don't do it to the dogs.
They do.
No. That's all they do stuff.
You see, if you're not with them all the time, Jenny, kids are kids and kids behave in an irresponsible, immature way. And your kids are no different to any other kids.
Adrian, you look at you'll hear the bangers now in a few minutes. If you look out the window there, just look out. There's a bonfire out there. And Jesus, up there, it's flashing red. They haven't eaten a sense, God love them. Now, that's what my little heart is be breaking at.
And as well, they'd be putting their own lives in danger. They could hurt.
No, that's why I was saying that there, love. I wouldn't do that to a child. No, that's why you have to go out with them and show them how to fling them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
show them how to fling them.
You just show them how to fling them. Because if you held them in that little hand, Jesus protect them, they'd be destroyed for life.
Yeah, but we know that. We know that. And it has happened where they've gone off prematurely. They've gone off too quickly.
That's because I'm not protecting children. That's why when people abuse it, and don't go out and show them how to fling it.
And how old are the kids that you give them the bangers to?
Well, my daughter now, they're older, but it's the grandchildren mostly I'd be teaching. Do you know what I mean? Because I walk mine.
How old would they be?
Well, I mean, Gavin's nearly 6.
You give a banger to a 6-year-old?
I'm telling you, you have to start early to make them streetwise.
Here. Don't be so ridiculous, will you? For God's sake.
He's a big child, Adrian.
Don't be so ridiculous giving a banger to a child of that age.
That's
next year, we're making this Holy Communion, we're making a laugh and stock of them.
My child's only making the communion next year. I'm not going to give her a banger now, am I?
All right, stay there for a second. Michelle, you're on FM 104. How are you, Michelle?
How are you, Adrian? What's the story?
Good, Michelle. What did you want to say on this?
I want to say one thing to that woman, okay? My sister was coming out of a shop the other day, and there was a young girl with a new baby, well, about 8 months old, in her pram.
Right.
And we seen a blue light, and we didn't know what it was, and only for she had the brains to whip the blanket. There was a bat after going on, and you'll probably get somebody that'll ring up and know what I'm talking about. A man jumped out of his car, ran to and held the young fellas. Now, they were teenagers. And they all, wasn't us. At the end of the day, a baby's face could have been blown off, only for the mother seeing a blue light. She didn't hear it. The banger hadn't actually gone off. It was actually blue in the pram. And she whipped the blanket and it flew across her and then exploded. That could have been that little baby's face. And that was in the middle of the day. Do you know what I mean?
Unbelievable, yeah.
A taxi man happened to be driving by and he jumped out of his car and he says, held the young and said to the girl, are you okay? She says, yeah, the baby's just a bit frightened. She didn't know what was happening, obviously. And he held them and he called the guards and he said, at the end of the day, it's not the fact of the bangers, it's the fact that they're too giddy and they think they're untouchable and they fling them and they just don't look at the small kids. You know what I mean? And then I don't even put kids in the same category. I'm talking about teenagers, 17, 18-year-olds. Now, I have a 22-year-old son, and he has never, ever, ever got a banger. Never. We went to the firework display. There's a firework display every Halloween that's supervised by the Fire Brigade and Dublin City Council. That's enough for them.
And what do you think about parents? And it's obviously the parents who are either giving them the money or actually going and buying them. And we've spoken to parents who actually go and buy the bangers and give them a packet of black cats and say, off you go, son, have fun.
Well, I think when something happens to a child, it shouldn't be the child, well, I won't say it's a teenager, whoever it is that throws the banger, it shouldn't be them held responsible. It's the parents that went up to the north to get them for them. They are responsible because they're saying to me, it's okay, so what will they do next time? Give them guns and knives and say, it's okay, carry that in your school bag, like. Do you know what I mean? I'm only making a statement. I'm not trying to be something that I'm not, because I raised a son myself. Do you know what I mean? But he was never, ever allowed a banger. He was never allowed, obviously hang around street because they get up to no good anyway. But I'm saying when they're in groups and they think they're untouchable, this was when I seen that. Now, I've had it every year with them in my hall. I do a haunted house every year. And one, I was taking it down and I didn't notice it, but it was actually a banger in my hall when I was taking all my stuff down, where because I had the music on, I didn't hear the banger. But I have kids coming into my house and looking at it, so I'd stop That's finished now. Because I wouldn't take the risk again of someone's child coming in to have a walk around my haunted house and a banger go off at them.
All right, let me go to Sarah. You're on FM 104, Sarah. How are you?
Not bad, Adrian.
Now, son, your son bought some fireworks out of his birthday money.
He did, yeah. It was his birthday the other day, and he went out and he got some black cats.
And how old is he?
He's 12.
He's 12, right? Yeah. Okay. He bought some black cats with his with his birthday money.
Yeah.
And where does he use these black cats?
I mean, he's just out on the road there, throwing them around the road.
Throwing them around the road?
Yeah.
And do you think that's okay?
Yeah, I don't see the harm in it, because, I mean, the neighbours, their kids do it as well, and, you know, like, you have to half expect it at this time of year as well.
Well, Alan, are you still there?
I am, Adrian. I'm trying to stop laughing here. These people, they just doesn't have children. She just said she lets them throw them around the road, all the kids do it, and she doesn't see any harm in it.
That's what she said, yeah.
I don't see the harm in it.
You don't see the harm in it. They're explosives around the road.
They're hardly explosives.
What? Can you figure that out, can
you? You just don't see what the problem is here, Sarah, no?
No, I mean, like, you're there watching them, like...
Don't tell me you're watching them all the time, Sarah, because you're not.
Well, no, you can't watch them all the time.
No. So,
that's the point.
There he is, he's out with his box of black cats and he's flinging them around the place.
Yeah.
And you think that's perfectly okay?
Yeah, like, it's coming up to Halloween.
Halloween's not for another month. Halloween's not at the end of the month.
Yeah, not for the kids, it's not. It's around the shops, all the stuff that is coming in, all the costumes.
Adrian, both these mothers sound like they're on a serious amount of medication or a lot of alcohol. Because honestly, nobody would ring up a radio station and say what they said. I mean...
She just did.
I know, but did they realise what they're saying? I mean, these people are pond life. They shouldn't... I don't even know how they had children.
I mean, I wouldn't exactly say that, like, because we don't...
I wouldn't exactly say that. Can you string a sentence together there?
At the end of the day, like, there's nothing wrong with kids throwing around a few bangers. Like,
right.
It's... You know, what is the harm in that?
What's the harm?
Exactly.
Yeah, what's the harm? Sure, what's the harm? Should give them a few penknives, let them throw them around as well.
Like, not every child is going to throw a banger at a person.
But a lot of them do, Sarah. A lot of them do. And don't tell me you've just admitted that you don't know what your 12-year-old is doing all the time. So you don't know if he's after throwing it at a Jack Russell dog or at a little cat or a rabbit or a person.
Well, around here, Adrian, you'd know quick enough if they did that.
So what does it matter, Adrian? They're all throwing them at each other anyway. That's what she just said. She said all the kids are doing it. That's what she said.
Now, do you not realise, Sarah, that what you're doing by allowing him to buy... Where did he even go and buy them?
Oh, I'm sure he went around somewhere and got them.
Oh, you don't even know where he got them?
Yeah, I know where he got them.
What?
It doesn't sound like you do. You just know he got them.
Yeah.
James, Fiona, you're on FM 104. How are you, Fiona?
Hiya, how are you?
Now, Fiona, it's Sarah you're annoyed at, is it?
About the women, really, to be honest.
Go on.
Have either one of them ever seen the damage that's done by throwing fireworks? Or fireworks that go off in kids' faces, fireworks that go off in their hands, fireworks that go off in their pockets. My father had a firework go off in his pocket years ago, and he has a massive, big, huge scar still on his leg, and he's 70-odd now. I worked in hospitals and operating theatres. I've seen the damage that they do to children's hands. They're left with no fingers. They're left with no hands. They go off in their faces. They're lucky to survive. It's a pair of idiots. You don't deserve your children. You shouldn't have children. And to be going out and buying them fireworks is a pair of gobshites. Where is the responsibility there? Is there supposed to be parents? How are you teaching your children? Hang on a minute. How are you teaching your child to be a responsible adult? How are you teaching them to be a responsible, safe adult by giving them fucking explosives? How thick are you?
God, explosives.
Did your parents do that for you, did they?
Yeah.
Well then, that's where the fucking problem started, obviously. There's a gene pool problem. These are dopes, the parias.
Now, this woman, Sarah, and the other lady a while ago, just don't seem to see what the problem is here.
I can't understand that at all. It's illegal. You shouldn't be doing it. You're breaking the law for a start. Not to mention the danger you're putting your own children in. And to let them walk out the door now and damn well they have matches or lighters, obviously, to light them. And one of them said there was a 5-year-old. What is wrong with you?
They're out there lighting maybe 10 bangers,
10 bangers, one banger. It takes one banger. One match to set a light. I've seen a boy go on fire. I mean, I tell you, I've seen a boy go on fire in flames in seconds. And he was ruined for the rest of his life. On flame, in the back garden near the back of my house. And it took me forever to put the flames out. The fireman came, the boy was scarred for life. Scared for life. And that was just from playing with feckin' matches and lighter fluids. You have explosives in your child's hands. What the bleeding hell are you thinking about?
That's your opinion. In my opinion,
in your opinion, Sarah, you see nothing wrong with your 12-year-old buying bangers with his birthday money and going out on the street and flinging them around the place.
No, because I know my child and I know my area and...
How would you know your child? Children don't do anything they're told to do. I have 4 children, 3 sons, 1 daughter. I have a 17-year-old child, never done anything like that. I have a 15-year-old boy, has never done anything like that because we don't allow them to have fireworks. Even going out for Halloween trick-or-treat with my children.
So me, and I'm sure a lot of other mothers see the harm in letting their children have a few bangers once a year on Halloween.
You're wrong. I go out for Halloween trick-or-treat with my children, and I am not safe going out. My children aren't safe trick-or-treating even Halloween because gobshites like you are going around throwing fireworks.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
My family is going to put anybody in danger.
Are you telling me your children are perfect?
Nobody in my family
your children are perfect. Are you telling me your children are perfect?
We'll see the local
fire. Your children aren't perfect, love. My children aren't perfect. You don't know what they're doing. Not to mention the animals.
You know what they're doing. I'm with them on Halloween. I know
you just said 10 minutes ago you don't be with them all the time. You can't be watching them all the time.
With them all the time. You
just contradicted. You're a contradiction.
Provide for them.
You're talking shite. You know you are. You're talking pure muck now.
Right off. Seriously. You're talking.
How old are you? Sorry, do you mind me asking, how old are you?
Why does that matter?
It does matter. It makes a point. How old are you?
That is your opinion.
How old are you? How old are you?
33.
You're how old?
33.
And do you not think that you should know a little bit better by now? Have you not got any maturity? I don't think you do.
I know exactly.
You may as well hand him a fucking gun and go and tell him to shoot.
It's not even that bad. I'm sure from what you've seen, that's your opinion. But from what I've seen, the kids are just
Google firework injuries. Go to Google, type in firework
you'll always
injuries.
Get the worst.
Have a look at the pictures that come up.
You see, Sarah, a lot of people believe, and I'm just reading some of the texts and listening to some of the calls coming in, any parent who lets their own children use bangers really aren't fit parents.
No,
what do you say to people like that, Sarah, who say you're not a fit parent?
I think there's 100 more texts of those that will say that they do let their children use bangers.
Well, I haven't gotten many of them.
Sausages.
I haven't gotten many of them. I've gotten you and that Jenny woman a while ago. Stay there for a second. Where am I going? Audrey, you're on FM 104. How are you, Audrey?
Hi, Adrian.
Good, Audrey. You're also annoyed at what you're hearing here.
I am fuming here. That Sarah one is off her head.
There you are, Sarah. You're off your head.
Oh, my God. I cannot believe that there's not even one other person to say that they would ring in and say the same.
I can't believe how stupid you are the way you're going on. I have a 27-year-old daughter. She was 7-year-old who had a supervised firework display. And the scars that child carries today from a rocket backfiring.
That's an unfortunate accident.
Unfortunate accident. It's waiting to happen, any child. Put a rocket or a banger in your hand and light it and just feel what them kids feel.
I'm sure
you are stupid. And I mean that you're a disgrace of a mother.
I'm sure that was terrible on yourself and your family.
But you're letting your kids do that.
Reason to ever have another firework display.
You don't let kids handle them.
I know, Sarah does. Your 12-year-old is a really responsible 12-year-old, Sarah, is he?
Well, I mean, he's not the worst child. He's a good child.
You're the worst mother.
Well, like I said to the last girl, that may be your opinion, but I think different.
My opinion.
I know there's a lot of other people out there that might not ring in, that they do think the same.
And I agree with you. I agree with you, Sarah, because it's obvious with the amount of bangers that are going off.
Kids wearing throwing bangers, and their parents are listening right now, and they know their kids are throwing bangers, and I know that they don't see the harm in it.
There's no harm in throwing bangers.
Well, I mean, there's harm in throwing them at people and cars, obviously.
You need a banger to be thrown at you to wake you up because you're slurring. You are thick. I'm fuming here if I had you in front of me.
Audrey, the one point that I agree with her on is that there are lots of parents listening to us right this minute who have bought their kids or given their kids the money or allowed their kids to spend their birthday money or whatever on bangers, on fireworks to throw them around the streets. And that's as obvious because there are so many of them going off that their parents have to know they have them. Some parents have to know. Now,
these kids are born, Adrian. What are the parents going to say in hospital? They're not going to say, well, I bought the bangers, I gave them, I put my child in danger.
Fiona,
Yeah.
how do you get the message through that this is just bad?
To be honest now, I think everyone that's caught with them should be brought down to the local hospital and shown the injuries that are inflicted on kids. It's the only way. The guard need to do something better. There's just not enough guard presence. Like, I live in a suburb, I don't live in town centre, and it's just as bad here. Some years it's worse than others, some years not so bad, but it starts here, it's starting now, like, every night. And
it started already, and in fact I'm even surprised that we're talking about this so early this year, but we are, because
we strung up a couple of cats over this end of town and stuck bangers into the cats and lit them.
Unbelievable. All right, Lisa, you're on FM 104. How are you, Lisa?
Hi, yeah, I'm fine.
Now, Lisa, you also don't see what the problem is here with buying bangers for teenagers.
No, not at all. Like, I really don't. Like, I don't see what the big deal is about it.
You don't see what the big deal is?
No, like, many kids I know have played with bangers and they're perfect. Like, they're fine.
They might be fine. That doesn't mean it's all right. I mean, do you not know how dangerous these bloody things are, Lisa?
Like, I mean, kids go around throwing bricks in windows, so what's the difference, like?
What, you think it's okay to throw bricks in windows, do you?
No, I don't think that's okay, but I'm saying they're going to do it with a brick, whether it's a brick or whether it's a banger.
What, you think it's okay to throw bangers at windows?
No, I'm not saying that. Like, I'm just saying, like, at least with a banger, like, you're giving them a bit more freedom so they're not going to go mad and go start doing other things, like.
No, that makes absolutely no sense. No sense at all. David, you're on FM 104. How are you, David?
How are you, Adrian?
David, a lot of parents, the length and breadth of Dublin, every year either buy them for their kids, they go up to Forkhill or wherever up the north, or they give them the money to go and buy them from wherever they're buying them. What do you think of this?
I think that they all should get a banger stuck up their arses instead of a cat's arse. Like that. I think they're all mad to be going out and doing it.
Well, now there you are, Sarah.
I think Sarah is an absolute gobshite, to tell you the truth. That she'll let her kids go down with bangers, no bother to it, whatever age their kids are. You know what I mean? I'm 25, and I don't even like going up to the bonfires because there's just so much bangers. You know that type of way?
Oh my God.
It's an effort. I hate it. It's a load of bollocks. And excuse me, French, it is. I think all the parents who are buying them are fucking idiots.
David, how do you get that message through? How do you convince parents to stop doing this? How do you get through to somebody like Sarah that it's actually not okay to be allowing her kid to spend his birthday money on bangers?
Well, just say, for instance, Sarah's fucking kid went out and fucking had a banger and blew his hand off. She'd realise it quick enough. But they should be putting more ads on telly, showing this type of stuff coming up to the Halloween, that this is what fucking happens really, like, you know what I mean? Like, Sarah wouldn't be coming on here now on the show tonight saying blah, 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 she'll give her kids bangers. If her son come in this Halloween and said, there's my hang on, man. You know what I mean? Sarah.
Well, Sarah, in other words, somebody needs to scare the living daylights out of you to stop allowing your young fella to buy bangers.
Well...
Hello?
Sarah, if it was your kid that was going out, right, after you give them the bangers and they come home and said, Mammy, one of the bangers had to blow one of the other boys' hands up, what are you going to say? How are you going to feel? That could have been your kid, but someone else's kid after doing it.
Well,
the mother,
obviously then I wouldn't be happy.
I'd never let her out with them. Never, ever, ever let her out with bangers in her life. When she walk out the front door with a banger in her hand. She'll know better. She'll realise it as well when she's grown up. Your kid should be ashamed of themselves. You should be ashamed of yourself.
I mean, I can't see, like, how the shame is in letting kids play with a few bangers. I just can't.
Come here, there's people out there that do firework displays for people. Right? Every
we go to them. And the kids throw off a few bangers every year.
Bring your kids into town. Show them the firework display, or go out to a proper place where they do the firework display and let them see them. You don't have to go up to the north.
They do. They go every year.
Back garden and blowing up fireworks. You don't. It's nice.
I mean, they go every year, and I'm not the only parent in Dublin that lets their kids throw bangers.
You're not the only parent out there that does it. You're just the one that's coming on admitting you do it. So you're the fool, like, coming on saying it, knowing that people are going to ring up and give it.
I'm a fool because I come on the radio and say it like it is. I'm the only one that's come, like, nobody else will come on and admit that their kids throw bangers at cars and at people. My kids don't do that.
But you've already admitted, Sarah, that you're not with your kids all the time.
How old are your kids?
So you don't. So Sarah, you can't say my kids don't do that. Hang on for 1 second, Sarah. I've had call after call and text after text from people who've had them thrown at them. The woman who was sitting in a pub and they were thrown in the door of the pub. This goes on, but your child doesn't do it, does he?
Well, I'm sure it does go on.
Yeah, but your child doesn't do it.
But it doesn't seem to be that bad around here.
Where are you from?
That doesn't matter.
How old are the kids?
What, my kids?
Well, her child is 12. The one that spent his birthday money on his bangers. He's 12.
You let all go out on his own with bangers, with a lawyer, and just let him blow things up. You think he's just standing there and throwing them on the green?
He's not going out and blowing things up.
So what does he do with them?
I mean, he's out on the road in the front of the house.
Just blowing them up outside?
Yeah.
Yeah, flake.
But here, stay there for a second. Lauren, you're on FM 104. How are you, Lauren?
Hi, Adrian.
Now, Lauren, you wanted to stand up for Sarah here.
Yeah, I want to stand up for Sarah because every kid is going to spend or going to go near bangers at any age in their life. She gave her kid the money and he spent it on bangers. He could have spent that on anything or drugs or anything, but he spent it on bangers. I've seen younger kids do stupid more things with bangers at a younger age, not like at the age of 12. She's shown him experience with bangers at a younger age, so when he grows up, he will kind of know. But everyone on this radio is giving out to her for saying that she's giving her kids bangers at the age of 12. Kids are doing it younger at that age. People don't understand what their kids are doing behind closed doors. People think their kids are good, but when they're with their friends, they're completely...
But this is the point I'm trying to say to Sarah. That her kid, she has already said she's not outside with them all the time, and that she... Sarah, you honestly can't tell me that your young fella hasn't put a banger into a milk bottle or into a plastic bottle, can you?
No mother knows what their kids
That's
do.
exactly what I'm... That's exactly what I'm trying to say.
Every mother's ringing saying my kids wouldn't do that. Them mothers wouldn't know if their kids would do that or not because they do not know what their kids is like when they're around their friends. No one knows. I'm a teenager at my age and I know. You know what I mean? So why is everyone giving out the whole...
So do you think it's okay for a 12-year-old to spend his birthday money on bangers?
I don't think it's okay, but kids do what they do. And kids money...
But no, hang on for 1 second, Laura. Speak into your phone there, will you?
Sorry?
The question I asked is, do you think it's okay for a 12-year-old to spend his birthday money on bangers?
No.
No. That's what this conversation is. So what's your problem here?
I know what the conversation is, but it was his decision to spend it on
He's
that.
12! He's 12, Lauren. His mother could have said, no, you can't buy bangers with your birthday money.
Yeah, but she did, but she should have. But he still went out and spent the money. If she would have said no, I'm sure he would have still went out and spent that money.
All right, so David, there you are. She'd no choice but to say yes, basically, is what this girl is saying.
No, look, come here. Any mother, if any responsible mother can go out and just say to their kids, you know what I mean? A kid has to listen to a parent. And this is me, a 25-year-old, telling you this, who has a kid, you know what I mean? Who will say it to you, you know what I mean, growing up. A parent is a parent, you're supposed to look after them, not put them into danger, and let them go out and buy the bangers, you know that type of way?
Okay, Aisling, you're on FM 104. How are you, Aisling?
Hey, how's it going?
Grand, Aisling.
Adrian, I'd just like to put a question across to Sarah. She's saying that she gave the money to her child for her birthday.
No, it was his birthday money. Is that what it was, Sarah?
Yeah, that's what it was.
How much did he get? How much did he get for his birthday?
Oh, he got like a tenner off his star he was after getting.
Just a tenner. That's all he got
Yeah.
for his birthday.
Why didn't you just buy fireworks and do it supervised around Halloween? Because I tell you one thing, if your son threw a banger at me,
I didn't know he was trying them. He bought them and brought them home. So once he brought them home, I let him.
Why did you take it off him?
Because I didn't.
Have you ever been in an emergency room in around Halloween and seen the amount of injuries that are caused by these bangers?
Obviously not.
Obviously you haven't, because I tell you one thing, if I ever found anything like that, or my daughter came in and said that she'd bought them, she'd be grounded for the whole lot of Halloween. I mean...
But Sarah, you genuinely don't... You weren't annoyed with him for going and buying them, were you?
No, I mean, I genuinely wasn't. And I can understand this is the way these other people think, but I mean, what more can I say? I don't think it's a problem.
Well, what about all the poor old people who have to sellotape their letterboxes down at Halloween and they absolutely get the fright of their lives?
Yeah, I do think that's disgraceful. It's bad.
Like to myself, if I'm walking to my local shop and some fool throws a banger, I tell you, you'd want to take a good look at yourself, letting your 12-year-old go out buying bangers, because they're not responsible enough to be using them.
Well, I think I can handle my own kids good enough to know what they're doing.
All right, let me bring in one last call. Mick, you're on FM 104. How are you, Mick?
Good to talk to you again. How are
You too, Mick. Come on, what do you want to say?
Sarah, is that the woman's name?
Is Sarah, yep.
Sarah, can I ask you one question? I don't want any cheek or impotence of it. Do you know what pyrotechnics are?
Sorry?
Do you know what pyrotechnics are?
No.
Right. Pyrotechnics is what fireworks come under. It's the control of explosive substances, right? So therefore, bangers are an explosive substance. Now, 2 years ago, as Adrian knows, I drive a lorry for a living. 2 years ago, on Halloween night, I was driving through the city, and I came on an accident. Do you know what happened to the elderly woman who was driving the car that crashed? She took a heart attack for somebody threw bangers under her car. Now, she was somebody's wife, she was somebody's mother, she was somebody's sister.
Oh, sorry, who did I lose there? Oh, sorry, mate. Go on, continue.
How would you like, Sarah, if it was your mother or your sister or your daughter that had been driving that car that night because some child threw a banger under her car? How would you like it?
Why is this?
I can certainly tell you one thing. If it was my mother or my sister or my wife, I certainly wouldn't like it.
What was your question, Sarah? How come this question's been directed at you?
Yeah.
Is that the question you just asked?
Under your truck.
What? It wasn't thrown under my truck. I told you. It was thrown under a car that an elderly woman was driving. The woman took a heart attack from the banger being thrown under her car.
So how do I feel about it?
No. The question I asked you was, how would you feel if that had been your mother driving that car, your sister or your daughter? You would have a completely different opinion on it now.
I'd have fucking killed them.
Yeah, so it's alright for your kids to do it to somebody else.
Oh, if my child fucking threw a banger in someone's car, I'd fucking kill him.
How do you know he hasn't done it already?
Oh, I know.
Oh, yeah, well, earlier
Oh,
on...
you know.
Earlier on, you have told Adrian that you don't be watching him 24/7.
No, Adrian asked me, you couldn't. Obviously, I can't watch him 24/7.
Then how do you know he hasn't done it?
I know, I do know.
Adrian, can you see the point?
Of course I can. And she's saying she knows. You don't know, Sarah.
10 bangers, and I seen him.
Are you beside that young fella at all times?
No.
No, I rest my case. You're just not. Look, there's no talking to her. There's just no talking to her.